All right. Well, we are just 3 minutes past the hour, and I think we'll get started. So, thank you so much for joining us today for our May membership check-in. This is our second one that we've had, and we had a really overwhelming positive response from the last one. And so we've decided to, at least for the foreseeable future, make these a regular part of our virtual offerings. And we have a really, hopefully, engaging agenda for everybody today. And so just briefly, I'll introduce myself. My name is Sara, and I serve as NADA's executive director, and I'll also be facilitating the call today. And we've got a really great team of folks from the NADA office who are all supporting to make this call happen, that hopefully you'll get to meet throughout our time together. And we will begin our check-in with some grounding exercises. And I'd like to introduce Valena Spencer, or Dr. V, as she is often known by her clients and friends. And Valena is in Atlanta, Georgia, and is also an ADS. And so, Valena, I will hand it over to you to, guide us into some relaxing moments together. Go ahead. I'm going to unmute you, okay? Oh, there you go.
Hi, Sara. It's so good to see you.
It's good to see you too.
Thank you, everyone. This has been a trying time for many healthcare professionals, and I wanted to extend to you some different techniques that I utilize that will help you to relax. We are going to do a guided meditation as well as a little clearing exercise, because I use this all the time with my clients, and it helps to pull the energy off of you where you feel some stagnation. So I think we'll do the meditation breathing first, and then we'll come back and do the clearing exercises. So if you could all sit comfortably and relax. Yes, we're gonna relax our shoulders, maybe bring them up a little and then let them fall down. And take one deep breath in and breathe out. Take another deep breath in and breathe out. Breathe in and relax. Continue to breathe on your own, gently and easily. If you feel extra stress, then take a longer deep breath out through your mouth. Just like that. One more time, breathe in and breathe out. You feel that release from your belly. Breathe in and breathe out. Now you may close your eyes if you feel safe and continue to breathe as I take you through a guided meditation. I want you to see yourself just relaxing in your favorite place. If it is the beach or if it's in the mountains, just find yourself comfortably relaxed with your hands on your lap and your feet relaxing on the floor. Breathe in and breathe out. See yourself lying there as the energy you do not need starts to dissipate from your body. As the wind comes and blows off the extra energy that you pull from your clientele. As the wind comes in, it lets the energy go back to where it belongs. You are doing a great work because you are a healer. You are in healthcare. But now I want you to see the spirit of heaviness lift off of you. as you breathe in and out. See all of the aches and pains that you have associated with leaving your body as you breathe in and out. See all the stress and sadness leaving. Breathe in and out. Feel the tingling in your back and let it relax as you breathe in and out. You're carrying the burdens of this world, and you no longer need to. Just let them return back to the universe where they came from. Breathe in and out. Feel the chi move along the channels as it opens, as you're feeling more and more relaxed. Breathe in and out. Now I want you to see that the sun is coming out, and the sun is radiating beams of energy onto your body. It's restoring you, refreshing you, filling you again with the desire to heal more people, to heal yourself, and to touch the members of your family. Breathe in and out. Feel the sunlight cleanse the energies, the bacteria, the viruses, or anything you do not need. Feel it cleansing you as the tingling comes, the sensation on your skin, as it removes all of the things you do not need. Breathe in and out. Relax your mind. Relax your shoulders. Relax your back and your spine. We are so grateful for you and the things that you do. Now see your business start to pick up. You see people lovingly want your services. People joyfully come to you and hire you for your expertise. You are feeling wonderful and strong as you use the sunlight and the other elements to keep your body strong as you help the world to heal. Breathe in and out. One more time. Continue to breathe. You find peace in your chosen career. You find strength to go on. He has the wisdom to know which way to go. You're celebrated today, and you are whole. You start to come back from your relaxed place of choice that you can return to at any moment. Feel free to return anytime you need this reprieve. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Now I want you to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Gonna stretch your neck to the left and stretch your neck to the right. Do a little circle on your neck. Feel the tension release. Ah. Okay. Now rub your hands together. Till they're hot. And I want you to place your energy on any spot on your body that needs some recovery, some rejuvenation. Feel the heat go in and the energy go in. Close your eyes and say, thank you. Thank you for being here for me. Thank you for functioning at your highest level. I love you. Now I want you to bring your arms up over your head. And we're gonna pull the energy down slowly, ever so slowly. You're gonna push this all the way past your knees and flick your hands out to pull that energy off. Going up again, pulling down the positive energy, clearing with light all of your body down to your feet and flick it off. One more time. This is Qigong energy clearing up all the way down. You can feel it removing. Push it down to your feet and flick it off. You can do this standing as well, and we can add in other techniques later time. So thank you for joining us. I appreciate you, and know that you'll feel better. This has been Dr. V with a natural solution for your health.
Dr. V, so appreciated. Thank you so much. That was really beautiful.
Oh,
thank you.
You're so welcome. I enjoyed it.
I just wanted to share this beautiful sentiment that I saw on your website, that you live and breathe the philosophy that once the body heals itself, once you balance the body, it will heal itself. And I just feel like that so resonates with NADA and who we are and what we do. And so I wanted to invite you, if you wanted to just share a little bit very briefly about any offerings that you have. I noticed that you offer a meditation through your website, and it looks like we might want to hear the name of your website again, and any invitations that you might have for the NADA community.
Yes, it is a naturalsolution.net. And I have a meditation CD there available. I am available for video conferencing and calls. As far as your natural medicine needs, homeopathic or naturopathic herbal products, as well as antiviral, anti-inflammatory, things that can heal you. Sometimes I still am in my meditation, and I love to relax and to come back. So the peace is here on my chest, and I'm here to help. So a naturalsolution.net. You can give me a call or send an email, whatever you like.
Thank you so much. Perfect.
Thank you.
Well, we started our last membership check-in with a healing space like this that we created. And so we felt that it was a really nice tradition maybe to continue. And so the next check-in, maybe you'll get to meet somebody new. There are so many incredible healers in the NADA community that there's so many of us, all of you, for us to learn from, and the things that you've gathered and cherished in your own practice to keep yourself growing and expanding and experiencing yourselves as healthy beings in this world, so that we can help to sit with others who are also on that path for themselves. So we sort of have a little fun activity next, just so that we get a sense of everybody who's here, and where are you joining from? Whether that might be, feel free to share your living room, and or a city, state, however way you'd like to introduce yourself. This is lovingly called the Brady Bunch introduction game. What I recommend is that if you happen to have the view of your Zoom as speaker view, that you change it to gallery view. And that way you'll be able to see like all these little tiles of our pictures. It will also help that you've got your finger real quick on the unmute button, because this is going to have to go quickly. So unless you have really loud noise behind you, you can unmute. And what we're going to do, oh, I'm so sorry. Before we begin, I just want to, this is important, so I want to make sure to say it. We're really learning a lot from having Zoom meetings about sort of best practices in Zoom. And so if you are in a work setting or in a setting where it isn't helpful for you to unmute, please don't feel free that you have to. Just keep yourself muted. And if you need to keep your camera turned off, keep your camera turned off. There's no pressure for having to disclose anything that you're not comfortable with disclosing. We care much more that you actually show up and get as much from this as you can. So participate in whatever fashion works for you. And with that being said, we are going to do introductions. And so the way that we'll do this is that I will start, and I'm Sara Bursac, and I am joining from Zagreb, Croatia. And to my left is Mallory Harmon. And everybody is different on everybody's screen. So Mallory, I'm probably not on Mallory's right. I might be, I don't know. But I'm going to point to Mallory. And then Mallory, if you would unmute yourself and share your name and where you are calling in from, and then you can do, you know, up, down, left, right, and invite somebody else and say their name, and then you can unmute yourself and share your name. Okay, and this should be about, like, you know, 5 to 10 seconds per person, so we're not going to spend a whole lot of time, but it would just be lovely to hear where folks are at and hear your voice as you say your name.
Hi everyone, I'm Mallory. I'm chiming in from Portland, Oregon. We're in the middle of spring, super beautiful, sunny day today. And I'm pointing down to Danielle Rose.
Okay. So if your name is called, there you go.
Am I unmuted now?
Yes.
Okay. My name is Danielle Rose. I'm in Hot Springs, and I really appreciate these meetings to get feedback and contact with healthy people. So thank you. And I'll point down to Maureen Dyar, D-Y-A-R.
Hi, everybody. I'm Maureen. I'm calling in from Waterford, Michigan, which is outside of Detroit. And likewise, I feel the sunshine coming from everybody's heart, and I'm so glad to be a part of the group. And I am pointing now to Virginia June.
Hi, everybody. I don't have tiles, so I can't really point to anybody. I'm from Ann Arbor, Michigan, and it is really wonderful to be able to zoom in and say hi to everybody. And it is a sunny day here in Ann Arbor, Michigan, and I hope everybody is well and healthy. Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to point to Victoria Taylor to keep going.
Hi, my name is Victoria Taylor, and I am an acupuncturist from Christiansburg, Virginia, but I'm calling in today from Silva, North Carolina, where I'm helping my daughter with her children while her husband's deployed. And I'm calling my friend Artis from West Virginia.
Hi, I'm Ardith in wild and wonderful West Virginia, and it is a beautiful day here too. I'm physically distant and socially connecting. It's good to be with you. Thank you. And I'll point to Barbara Stark.
Barbara, you got to unmute if you can.
Oh, I thought you unmuted for us.
Nope. Oh, unmute again. Sorry. There you go.
Okay. Can you hear me? All right, great. So
Can you speak up there? You're super quiet.
I'm super quiet.
Yeah.
That's because I'm sitting at my sewing machine making masks for the migrants that are fast coming into Michigan to pick asparagus.
Wow.
So
Okay.
today I'm making masks. I'm in Southwest Michigan and glad to be here.
And who are you selecting next? Who's around in a tile near you?
I can't get the gallery on my phone.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
pick somebody.
Okay, I'll pick Robert Marion, who's right next to you.
Okay.
It's Robert Marion. I'm a trauma therapist from Southeast Ohio, and I will send it off to Bob Storer.
Hi, I'm Bob Storer, Saginaw Chippewa Indian tribe today. It's a beautiful, beautiful day out, and I'm right in the middle of the mitten, so I'm going to pass this over to Ramel.
Yes, Romel, Washington. Right now I'm in sector 4G, 4877 Broadway, Upper Manhattan, Inwood. And glad to see everybody's faces.
And who do you select next?
I select my homegirl, Cynthia, in the corner pocket.
Hi, family. My name is Cynthia. I'm coming to you from the Lower East Side of New York, New York. I share my heart with you. And I'm going to pick, all the tails right around me are taken. So I'm going to call out Natalie.
Hi, everybody. I'm Natalie Folch. I am from Houston, Texas. And it is spring here for us, upper 80 degrees. I guess that's summer for a lot of people, but it still feels quite nice here. And I will be picking, let's see, Kathleen Kearney.
Hi, although my background says that I'm near an ocean, I'm really in a suburb of Toronto, Canada. I'm just dreaming of being near an ocean, and I'm a spiritual health therapist.
And who would you like to share?
Tammy. Tammy. Oh, there.
Let's see. Go ahead and choose somebody else. She may not be able to unmute at the moment.
Okay. Gosh. Sunahai? I'm sorry if I messed that up.
Perfect. No, that was perfect. Well done, Kathleen. Thank you. My name is Sunahai Marsh, and I work in the NADA office here in lovely Laramie, Wyoming. Very happy to be joining this wonderful family. Thank you. I am looking down and I'm picking Daksha.
let's unmute you. There you go. Can you start again? I'm sorry, you were muted for the first part. Just start again.
She already said my name, Daksha, so I don't have to say. Hello, NADA family. Very good to be connected with you all. And I'm from Ottawa, Canada. And it's very cold here. And we are going to have a snow in a few days, but keeping NADA spirit and enjoying this meeting. Thank you all. Thank you.
Who would you like to choose?
I cannot see anybody. I don't know. So
Oh, okay. Okay, let's see. Sheila Murphy.
Sheila Murphy. Oh, good. So, yeah. Oh, Sheila Murphy is there. Oh, it'll be good to see her.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
She
Sheila?
may not be able to unmute. So let's see. We'll come back to folks that weren't able to. Sabrina Frazier.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Hi, I'm joining from Virginia, and I am socially distancing, but happy to be part of the group.
Who would you like
to? Who I see. I don't. Maureen Dyer.
Oh, she already introduced herself.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
Victoria. Victoria Taylor.
Yes, she introduced herself too. We're getting down to the few people who are remaining yet to share.
Meeting here.
Anyone right around you? Little.
Virginia.
Huh? I'll pick. Virginia also introduced herself. How about Denise Graves?
Greetings, this is Denise Graves from New Orleans. And it's beautiful and sunny here, and we're all social distancing. And I serve as a counselor, spiritual counselor, and community pastor.
And would you like to choose somebody in a tile that's, up, down, left, or right from you?
Okay, so I lost that benefit when I started speaking.
Oh,
I think
okay.
Mallory was below.
Okay, yes, and Mallory already introduced herself right at the beginning. Let's see, Amanda Anuraga.
Hi, good morning, everybody. I'm calling in from the Pacific Northwest, from Tacoma, Washington. And this is my first meeting with NADA, but happy to see everybody. Thank you.
And would you like to choose? Yep.
I'm looking, and from my screen, maybe I'll just have you help, Sarah.
Sure, sure.
Thank you.
Okay, Mary Spencer.
Hey, I'm Mary Spencer. I'm checking in from Providence, Rhode Island. Just went for a walk, and it was sunny and maybe in the upper 50s, 60s. So getting over some of the rainy, cold weather we had all of April. So happy to be here and to learn and share from everybody.
Thanks, Mary. Anyone else you'd like to pick?
I joined just a few minutes late, so I didn't hear quite everybody who's already introduced themselves. Has, let's see, Valena Spencer been introduced already? Valena? Yes, okay. How about Bob Storer?
He has. Okay. I'll pick just in the interest of our time, Peter Goldberg.
Yeah.
Hey, Sarah and Cynthia, how you folks doing? And everybody else. Peter Goldberg from beautiful Berkshire Mountains in Western Massachusetts. And a real pleasure to be with everybody.
And anyone, if you've been from the beginning, I don't know, just choose somebody around you.
you're in a better position to know who's gone. I'm just jumping on. I apologize. I just got late here.
Yeah, no problem, no problem. You know, not something I thought of when I thought of this activity of the latecomers and how that would work. So we are all figuring this out. Wendy Henry.
Hi, I have 3 Zoom classes going at the same time. What can I say? Sorry. Oh God, it's so nice to see everybody. Wow, from New Orleans and Canada. Oh, that's great. So I'm in New York City, little downtown Mel, and we've been pretty active, like with some people doing ear seeds and teaching people ear seeds from a distance and trying to deliver ear seeds now and make little with my NADA group that I trained at the doctors. They're trying to figure ways how to serve their ear seed group by reproducing some material now and trying to get the material out. I can't treat that group because of HIPAA, but things are happening slowly. It's very slow. It's New York City. So anyhow, hello everybody.
Thanks, Wendy. Balin, I was going to call on you, but I see that you might be chewing a bite. I don't know if
That's okay.
is that
Yeah,
all right?
I
Okay.
can go next. Yeah. Hey, Wendy. Nice to. That's the one name that I know I haven't been real active with.
And
Nana,
hi,
but
Balin.
yeah, cool that you're on the call here. Nice to connect. So I'm hailing from Central Vermont, Plainfield, and it's a pleasure to reconnect with this community and share my lunch with you. So I'll mute myself so you don't have to hear me chewing.
All right. Thanks, Balin. Beth Cole. Oh, I don't know that we can hear you. Okay, we will come back. Let's see. I am quickly trying to make sure that I have that everybody has introduced and some people came on. I am not intent. Michelle. I see Latour. That must be a longer last name than Zoom allows. Michelle Letourneau. If you're able to share, and if not, no problem. We can, and then Diana Dye. Here, I'll unmute you, Diana, if you'd like to share. There you go. No? All right, no problem. Okay, is there anybody that hasn't introduced themselves but would like to? And if not, we can move on to our next part. John Krechek or Kresek, if you'd like to introduce, you're welcome to.
Hi, I'm John Krechek from the west coast of Michigan. I'm an addictions counselor who primarily works with the opioid abusing population. This is my second time using Zoom due to COVID, actually, and I'm trying to figure out my camera. I'm gonna figure it out and then be on in a second.
Okay, no problem. Oh, there you are.
Hey,
look at that.
Thank you. Bye. Sorry for being late.
No, that's all right. No problem. Wow, we got like a good, strong Michigan representation here, Midwest, Canada, coast to coast. That's excellent. Thank you so much for everybody introducing yourselves. And as you can see, having 30 to 40 or so people in this group makes it a little hard to have like a whole group conversation. So what we're gonna do now, which is what we did last time, is go into about 4 to 5 person small breakout rooms that Zoom allows. You'll get a notice on your screen to accept going to the breakout. These have been randomly assigned as people came onto the call. And we have a question that we invite you to meditate on as a group together. If you'd like to do a little check-in, feel free to do that first. And then the question that we would like you to consider is, who is the most vulnerable in your community? And how are you reaching them? And an extension of that question be, how do you feel that NADA could be reaching them? So again, just to repeat, who is the most vulnerable in your community? And how are you reaching them? And how can NADA be reaching them? So we are going to have about 20 minutes in this breakout room, and you'll get a little notification when you've got 1 minute left. When we come back as a group, we'd love to hear from each group briefly about kind of the overall gist of your conversation. Please keep any confidential information shared confidential and in the group. So just share anything that makes sense and there's permission from the group to share with the full group. And then we have some other pieces in closing of our call that we'd like to share afterwards. So we will keep it to 20 minutes. And Sunahai from the office, whom you met, has broken people up into small groups. And so go ahead, Sunahai, if you would, to activate the breakout rooms. Welcome back. I apologize in advance if you were abruptly, or not abruptly, but that you had to shorten a conversation. 20 minutes goes by really quick.
It's difficult for me being rude like that.
We all forgive Sunahai for being a little rude and letting you know that the meeting had to end. Thanks for coming back, and we would love to hear from any one person from a group that would like to give a recap of what you talked about, what you discussed and shared as a recap from your group process. And so hopefully somebody in the group remembered what number they were in. And so we'll just start with group number one. Although I do see Victoria and Cynthia raising hands. Is that about reporting back or for a general question?
Reporting back, and I'm group one anyway.
Oh, look at that. Thank you, Victoria.
So my group was 3 more elderly professionals, and we all discovered we were struggling with a little bit of depression, even though we know we're in a really good safe space and we know that we're doing the best we can for ourselves and our family. We were noticing that the isolation was wearing, and we were all into our ear beads and playing with our ears. And Daksha shared with us about an Indian tradition of putting some rose oil or jasmine oil on the sympathetic that's used for nervous brides, and she recommended we try that.
Wow, beautiful. All right, group number 2.
Go ahead on.
Take a plunge.
Okay, this is Rob, and we had Ramo, and we had our late Denise coming in. We had talked about some of the areas that we would like to see the growth, is that we're all in physician designated states, and looking at how that impacts the populations that we serve. I'm a trauma therapist working with dual diagnosis, so I just the ability to enhance the services that I provide by doing AccuDetox. I came from Nashville, where it was wide open and readily accessible, to here in Ohio, where it's not. I think I'm one of 3 in the state that are certified. But we had looked at the impact of the populations that we deal with the opioid crisis, working with the prison population, working even remotely through mindfulness, Mr. Washington had talked a lot about the ways that he's utilizing even the remote components of still tapping into that. And then Denise brought up a really good point, given the current state of affairs in New Orleans, that it's a very social community and the anxiety is amped up that much higher. And just being able to find ways to allow our communities to experience the anxiety, but, you know, be available to them, and a lot of the educational components with it, and just ways to enhance the practices that way.
Mm-hmm.
Great, great. That was really great. Thank you. One quick thing. I heard you say it, and I heard Denise say it. Oh, guys, no, Mr. Washington. Please call me Romel. You scared me when you said it. When Denise said it, I was like, well, Lord, is my gray really showing? Okay. But
I'm Southern, and I feel my grandmother's hand.
Which is a good book too.
Thank you, Robert. Thank you, Romel. Group number 3.
I am Cynthia. I met in group number 3 with Tammy and Bob and Balin. And the populations that we were concerned about were Native American populations, people who are incarcerated, and people who have a lack of access to the internet, or difficult access to the internet. And we talked about some of the things that we can do, including Reiki with mental health populations, phone sessions, ear seed education, and Bob was even talking about drive-up appointments. You know, we had some good conversation also just about internet in general and how internet heavy we've become right now, and concern about technology versus spirituality as we move forward, and some concern about the focus on technology, even if it's helpful sometimes, where there might be some other areas where that's not ideal. We also, great connections made, a lot of sharing of resources with each other, and much appreciated.
Thank you. Wow, it's like everyone took a recap your group training. Everyone's doing such a nice job sharing. Okay, group number 5. Or 4, excuse me, 4.
Hi, this is Valena. I'm on group number 4 with Danielle, Rose, and Diana. And we have discussed several things. So Danielle has been doing wonderful things where she's talking to a hospital to see if she could do her gravity beds on her lawn, which I thought was fantastic. And she's also doing some training, training 2 ADSs and 1 RT at the Apache Reservation. So she's concerned about clients in that area. And Diana is concerned of her state is on lockdown, and she's really concerned that people are super isolated and afraid of getting the COVID-19. And in my community, we have a disparity where older people are more afraid and younger people are more out and about and not protecting themselves. She also has been working with some VA clients too. That was Diana. And I'm doing more online video meditation and working on my social media where I can give meditation and do pickup of remedies and mail orders as well. So.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Group number 5.
Hi everyone, Mallory here. I'm the last member of group number 5. My 2 other participants had to leave a little early, so I told them I'd represent us. I was with Maureen, I forget her last name, and Michelle Letourneau. And Maureen is particularly concerned right now for a lot of the healthcare workers who are directly and indirectly working with COVID, as well as for the high school and the youth population. I brought up in Portland here in particular, I feel like one of the most vulnerable communities right now is the homeless community. We have a pretty large homeless community here in Portland who already have and experience a lot of barriers outside of the COVID crisis, and now are sort of just really vulnerable and without access to a lot of the things that they need. So we talked about not so much the NADA protocol specifically, but in the spirit of NADA, getting connected with some food banks and finding ways to get involved with other organizations who are directly reaching them. Michelle, I'm just going to consult our private chat. She works with folks with mental illness and addictions and history of homelessness as well. And she's been delivering seeds to the members who attend the NADA group. She's taking them over to their houses and sending them links on how to self-administer the seeds. And I think a handout as well. So some resources that help them be able to apply those. And I am, many of you probably know Ryan Bemis, but I have worked with him now a couple of times south of the border and have gotten connected with some groups in Mexico and Nicaragua. And on Tuesday nights, we're having a NADA group from 5 to 6 Mountain Standard Time. And I know in their communities, there's a lot of fear, there's a lot of poverty, and they've all learned the NADA protocol. So we're just self-administering NADA and helping reduce some stress within ourselves and hoping we can bring some of that peace to our families and our communities. And I'll post that link if there are any Spanish speakers in here who'd like to join, or Spanish curious speakers who'd like to join our groups. It's a really, really wonderful group, and all are welcome. So.
Wow, thanks, Mallory. That's a wonderful invitation. Okay, group number 6.
Group number 6. So Barbara and Sabrina and I had a really nice heart-to-heart chat, and a lot of what we spoke about, of course, was very similar to what the other groups have been reporting in on. But we also, I think that one of my takeaways from our discussion was that we forget that we are a vulnerable population also, as practitioners. Mm-hmm. And so we spent a good chunk of time talking about, what we're all going through, and the whole issue of feeling worth and value at this time when we're not able to get into our clinics and get our hands on folks and helping out personally because of all the restrictions. And then just kind of exploring some of the potential ways to continue to provide service and be, bring some value to not just our own patients, but to the community. And I think for us, a lot of the discussion was also about the interconnections that are forming now, also at the national level between different associations and organizations. And, I've been on a number of webinars now with NCCAOM and ASA and NADA, of course, and there's just a real nice coming together, isn't there, of the different national associations. And I've been personally on the board of directors of Acupuncturists Without Borders now for the last year. And we're now also just initiating, a whole program for providing seeds, and the different education goes around to applying the seeds and really connecting with first responders and frontline medical people, because we may not be able to bring anything to the party at the moment in terms of treating the virus. That may not be our primary role, but treating trauma and stress is so critical, as we know. And the NADA points are just perfect for addressing that. So we're doing a lot through AWB on that, and then just launching an online 24/7 program now for all the basic AWB programs that are going to be needed very much as the months roll by here. So I think that the takeaway for us was just remembering to nourish ourselves, strengthen our own immune systems so that we can continue our own service in whatever shape and form that might be. So thank you. Thanks. Thank you.
Yep, that's perfect. Okay, we've got two more groups. Group 7.
It's myself, Ardith, and Beth, and we had identified the fact that both Ardith and I work in populations that serve a lot of homeless people or people who may not have consistent housing. There's definitely a lot of concern about people who don't have access to resources. There's some food scarcity issues. Those are kind of the people that we're worrying about, as well as a lot of people with addiction issues, substance use disorder, as well as mental health, people struggling with mental health issues. I work with a lot of dual diagnosis populations. So those are kind of the main ones in our communities that we're concerned about currently. But we have identified some ways that we've been trying to help. There are some resources that I've created myself, brochures, pamphlets, literature about Not a Point protocol that I've sent out to all of my group members. In addition to just sending in the mail a couple of sleeves of ear seeds. Fortunately, my program has a SAMHSA grant, so it covers all of that, of the cost of sending out the seeds, sending out the brochures, and then engaging with people if they're able to in online groups to help them place ear seeds. Although I have found that that's not been the most successful. People just they're struggling with depression and they don't want to go on camera, even if they have the technology to do so, which we are part of our grant has been able to help them with being able to access their medical providers by giving them free phones and data, but they just aren't able to. So we've kind of switched the focus into working on filming some videos on how to do acupressure self-massage on the ears, filming some tutorials on how to apply the ear seeds and sending those links out, putting them on our websites and out through social media. And so looking at kind of creating some resources that way instead to help. So.
Mary, that is a perfect lead-in for what we're going to share after Group 8 reflects back. So thanks for sharing that you're doing that. Group 8.
Hey, this is Tanea reporting for Group 8. And for those of you who don't know, I'm your membership coordinator in the NADA office. And in our group was Natalie, am I saying that right, Natalie? Fulch and Virginia June and Mindy, and reflecting Mallory Harmon's concern for the homeless population. Natalie Fulch, also from Houston, Texas, is seeing that as the most vulnerable population as well as undocumented persons. And Virginia June shared that what she is noticing in her community as the most vulnerable population is people new to recovery or early in addictions, and she is they are both providing beads or seeds in their communities as much as they can. Whether that's through mail or things like that. So we're having a continuing communication We didn't quite get to how the NADA office could support them, but maybe they'll email and we'll find out.
Well, thank you, Tanea. And this is also perfect that you got to recap the last one, because Tanea created a video that I'm going to show you all right now. And I am going to share it, and I'm going to play it on your screen. So it's 1 minute, 25 seconds. It is not very long. But just be mindful of your volume in case, you know, oh, just 1 second. I'm sorry. I thought I had it queued and I almost am there. There we go. So this video has been made with people from primarily the NADA office and some trainers, in fact, been from Germany. And this is on our website. And so let's just get the video started. Hopefully I have enough bandwidth for this. Okay, so there is, I've got to stop share because I don't know how to make it small anymore. So that is accessible now from the home page of our website, accudetox.com. If you just scroll all the way down to the news section, it's right there. And when you go to the page where the video is at, there are other resources that you can find. There's also other resources just in the news page itself. And there is like a little info sheet on how you can how to apply the beads that you can print out and give to people. It's very wordy. So we're working right now on a lot more graphic images showing this that are simple, that are engaging, that can be shared on social media, but that could also be printed out. So I just want to give a big thanks to Tanea for putting that video together. And we're calling this Beads Pass It On, a community challenge. So that was just one little sample video, but Tanea has editing skills, and we're inviting everybody to make a video like this, and that, or getting a group of people together that you will do this with each other, and that you send the videos to Tanea, and she will put them together into a short little video, like sequence like this. And the passing on part is like, you know, I'm handing this to the camera, and then the next person grabs it, puts it on. So there's this back and forth and kind of a sense of community even when we are apart. So Tanea, is there anything else that we should share about that, since you'll be the recipient of those videos?
Oh yeah, I guess I can unmute myself. I was going to type in chat. If you could make the videos 10 to 15 seconds long, that would be great. I can speed them up, but I would rather not have to cut into them. I'd like to have them whole, but I would like to have them shorter so it kind of we can get as many people in. And I really like the different how everybody puts the beads on differently, and whether it's on the front of the ear or the back of the ear or both, or just where it's going. So thank you for that.
And Tanea's email is membership@acudetox.com. So we'll have that in the chat. And make your video. And even if you don't have a whole group of people that you might coordinate to do this with, just make one with yourself and Tanea will put it together. So we hope to get that. It would be great to have lots of these. And you know, put the community challenge out in your workplace or with your family, or you know, just something like that. And as you'll see in the materials, you don't have to have the purchased seeds, Vicaria seeds, or the magnetic beads. You can make these from mustard seeds, or we've identified anything between a poppy seed and a black peppercorn that is generally of round shape, and you can put it on masking tape, on Band-Aid, you know, anything that you have sticky at home that will stick to your ear. So we definitely need to think outside the box. We've got just a couple of minutes left, and I wanted to share a couple of things coming up in the community. The first one is that in 2 weeks, that's right, May 20th at 11 a.m. Mountain Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, we are having our next membership cafe, which is led by Tanea. And for this cafe, we're really excited. It's actually, we're going to open it up and make it public. We're going to have a conversation with Ralph Robin, who is the director of NADA Germany, and Nancy Smalls, who was the founder of the Maternal Substance Abuse Services Program at Lincoln Recovery Center, talking about NADA for pregnant women, and NADA in pregnancy in general. And Ralph Robin learned about how to use NADA for that population from Nancy Smalls. So this is a really kind of incredible conversation to have between sort of a mentor-mentee and then both really prominent figures within their own fields and spheres. And Ralph is also a gynecologist and obstetrician of 30 plus years, an acupuncturist, and gosh, many things to say about Ralph. And if you haven't heard Nancy speak before, just come onto the call just to experience Nancy Smalls. She is really a treasure in the NADA community. She worked for Lincoln for 40 years and is really someone that is a true gift that we can continue learning from. So we hope that you can be here. It's an hour later than we normally have our membership cafe, but that's what worked across all our various time zones. So hopefully you can make that. And I wanted to end our meeting today with something called a unity clap. And it's what we learned from our graphic designer, Anne-Marie Ladlad. And okay, I'm sorry, before we end the call, I really want to just give props to the NADA office team who's made this call possible, because they're doing all the behind scenes stuff that you can't necessarily see. So Tanea Watts has been managing the chats today. Mary Wally helped to create a lot of the structure that you're experiencing and have a lot of the suggestions. And she also sent out all the invitations for you to be here today in your emails. And Sunahai has done an amazing job managing the breakout rooms, managing kind of the whole meeting. So I just, we can't do it without you, and thank you for being there, holding your space. Now we can close. So the Unity Clap is a tradition that comes from the United Farm Workers movement, and specifically Chicano and Filipino agricultural workers. And there was a language barrier in between them, and with organizing, it worked really well to have sort of nonverbal ways to end their meetings. I don't know how the meetings themselves happen, but this comes from how a meeting ends. And so the word that was used is a Filipino word, and it's isang baksak, and it means one down. And one down means we've had one meeting that we've just had, one down towards making our mission happen. We're keeping up, keeping going, and so we have one meeting down, more to go, so before you do the Unity Clap, you sort of do a toast to the group. So my toast for this group is this meeting was a really tremendous coalescing of energy, of people coming together who care deeply about other human beings, other people in their community, and are thinking about them and thinking about caring for yourself. And how do we do that the best in such a challenged moment? And so I appreciate all of us coming together to learn from each other, to share, and to also get ourselves grounded for the days ahead. And so I will say isang baksak, and then together we do a Unity Clap. So all at once, through the technology and the ethers and the interwebs, we clap together at the same time, okay? So, isang baksak. Thank you.
No.
Okay, we're just a little over the hour. My apologies. Thank you for being here. The recording, when edited in the next day or so, will be sent back out to everybody that was on this call, as well as the chat, so that you have all the resources handy. And thank you so much for being here today. We love you. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you hopefully in a month.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sarah. Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you.
Everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye-bye.